Hello everyone, my name is Kieran. Welcome to the Kristiansund versus Manchester United match preview. Tonight we're going to be previewing the game, kind of looking at how United potentially might set up and what we can get out of this pre-season friendly, the penultimate pre-season friendly before we take on AC Milan in Cardiff. But before we get into that, as always, please do leave a like on this video if you haven't already. Leave your thoughts and predictions in the comment section down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new for more content just like this. And make sure if you're watching in the live chat to get your voice heard. Let me know all of what you're thinking, your thoughts going into this game or anything else you want me to discuss on this live stream. It's up to you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the live chat and I'll try and read out all of your comments as we go through the stream. But thank you very much for joining. Only 3 subscribers away from 730 subscribers, so thank you so much for the support recently. Really do appreciate it, and hopefully we can keep it up. So yeah, the first game, the game that we're going to be previewing, the Kristiansund game, and of course Kristiansund is a team which I don't know too much about. I know a bit about how they're doing this season, but ultimately I don't know too much about how they play their football, who their danger men are. I kind of just know that they're not the top of Norwegian football, let's just say that. They're not exactly the best team in Norway, but they hold their own. They've done some good things, recently been promoted to the first division in Norway, and actually their season is currently ongoing as well, so they are going to be taking a break from their season as it currently stands. So they're not on pre-season. They're actually taking a break from their season campaign where they've taken 21 points from 14 games this season. Welcome to Football Hub and welcome Dan Willix XX Gaming. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. He says the way things are going, Ole will be going home permanently, having been thrown under the bus. That is the wheel. He's at the wheel of. Exactly. Well, of course, I put the title as Ole's going home. I didn't mean that in a bad way, of course. I meant, obviously, Norway is his home country. He's going back to where it all began for him. Of course, I think he managed in the league that Kristiansund are in for Molde and actually did very, very well managing Molde. So, again, he's going home in that respect. Hopefully, we don't see Solskjaer sacked for at least another 2 or 3 seasons. Hopefully, he can at least see out his contract. But we'll see how he goes this season. And don't worry about not being able to do graphics, mate. And as I said, hopefully you're enjoying your holiday in Ipswich, and hopefully you're enjoying camping. It can be very, very fun. Dan says I changed my name because no one could say the last one. As I always like, and just share on Twitter and Facebook. Thank you very much for sharing. Really appreciate it, mate. Always really appreciate it. And if you want to do the same, that would be absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for your support recently. Really do appreciate it. But we're going to get straight into it, and just to say welcome Rashford. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. We're going to start. I would start by talking about Kristiansund, and I will start actually by talking about Kristiansund, and I'll talk a bit about some of the things I've researched about them. So yeah, we're going to get into that, and I might educate you a bit on the team that we're going to be playing tomorrow afternoon. So one of the things I found out about Kristiansund is the fact that they were formed only 15 years ago. They were formed in 2003. And that's mental to think. Most football clubs United come up against, have like a 100-year history, but Kristiansund's only formed in 2003, formed in the 21st century. So they're a very, very young team, but they have got their way to the first division of Norwegian football as well. So fair play to them. As I said just there, they're currently, they've currently taken 21 points from 14 games, which is average really. They sit 7th in the league, and also they are currently in the 4th round of their domestic cup competition. And I think the best they've got, the best position they've got in that cup previously is the quarterfinals. So they're only one step away from equaling their best run in their domestic cup. They sit 7th in the league on 21 points. But really, that's all I can tell you about. And to be honest with you, it's not really about the opposition. These sort of pre-season games, they really aren't about the opposition. They're more about what we can get out of it in terms of fitness and also potentially players trying to prove themselves. So really, it's not it's not really about the opposition that we're playing. And let's face it, Kristiansund is a team which, even if we do beat them 5 or 6-0, we can't really take too much from that. Yes, we can take the positives, but we wouldn't be able to get carried away on that sort of result. Because let's face it, they're not the best football team in the world. So again, it's not really about the opposition, it's about what we can take out of it in terms of fitness. Welcome Angelino, thanks for joining, mate, really appreciate it. He says things look different, definitely different in a good way. The layout is clean. Well, thank you very much for saying that, Angelino, really appreciate it. And also make sure you check out his channel as well, really good stuff on there. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. And yeah, the layout does look pretty simple. I thought I'd go with simple but effective. But if you guys have got any ideas for anything for new layouts for the new season, please do let me know your thoughts. And yeah, I want to hear what you guys have to say, because in the end of the day, I do it for you guys. So if you've got any ideas, please do let me know your thoughts. So that's a bit about Kristiansund. Obviously, some interesting facts. It still blows my mind the fact they were formed in the 21st century. It's pretty good on them, very, very good. And actually as well, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's son plays for Kristiansund and potentially might play against his dad. So that's going to be a very interesting storyline if it does happen. So hopefully it does. We hopefully will get to see Solskjaer Senior versus Solskjaer Junior in tomorrow's game. That'll be a one for the fans. But I just hope for an entertaining game. I hope for an end-to-end game, and hopefully Kristiansund put up a bit of a fight as well. Give us a good run around. Because in the end of the day, it's all about fitness, really. And especially with all the transfer speculation that's going around, it's really about kind of making sure the players who are whose place is up for grabs, they put in a good performance, and hopefully show Solskjaer what they can do. Welcome to Krishna and Draco. Thanks for joining, guys. Really appreciate it. And please leave a like if you aren't already. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Krishna reckons the formation will be 4-2-3-1. I mean, to be fair, the lineup that I've gone with there, you could probably, kind of transition it into a 4-2-3-1. So I think, yeah, it'd be pretty cool. It would be pretty cool. I mean, as I said, it's pretty much complete guesswork. I have to say that. It's pretty much complete guesswork on my part in terms of picking the formation. So, again, it's... But I think you could be right, Krishna. I think you definitely could be right. But I think, as I said, that formation that I've chosen, the 4-3-3, can transition into a 4-2-3-1. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Welcome, Dazza. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it, as always, guys. But yeah, as I said, please do let me know your thoughts in the live chat on what you're thinking going into the penultimate pre-season game. A pre-season which has been very, very positive, except for the lack of signings. Draco says Ole goes home, confirmed. All right, no, I see you've created yourself. Yeah, I know, yeah. No, it's an easy mistake to make. I was thinking when I made the title that I thought there will be some people who'll be like, what's happened to him? Is he ill? But no, yeah, he's going home. His home country, of course, in Norway. I don't think Kristiansund is where he grew up, but still, I feel like Norway is his home country, so I thought, Ole goes home, why not? Why not stick it in the title? But anyway, yeah, I think it'll be good for him to kind of go back to Norway, probably see a bit of his family, have chill out a bit there. So it'll be good for him to have a bit of a break, and yeah, it'll be good. Dazza says, good evening, good Abend, of course, his German roots. To everyone, he says, good for Ollie to be back in Norway so he can show his country what he can really do. Exactly. I mean, he's one of the shining lights in Norwegian sport. So yeah, I agree. It's good to see him back. Welcome, JS8, and welcome, Dr. Phineas. Thanks for joining, guys. Really appreciate it. He says, hey mate, Red Door Rant TV here. What do you think about the team after Ollie has trained them? Oh, Red Door Rant TV, of course, I remember you, mate. I remember. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I think the team looks good. I think it's definitely still lacking a few signings, which we are going to... I think if we don't bring in a few more players, I think we could struggle next season. But the players that we have brought in, Wan-Bissaka, and also... And also Daniel James, I think, have settled in really nicely. They put in some really, really good performances. So I think the players that we have brought in have settled in quite well. And I think the team's looking all right. I think we definitely do still need another central midfielder, and we need another centre-back at least. And with recent reports, it looks like those deals could be coming closer. Hopefully those reports are true. But we'll wait and see. And obviously if they do come true and things and more developments happen, I'll be definitely giving my opinion on this channel. Also, you can check out Draco's channel as well, where he'll be giving his opinion on transfers and things like that. His channel's absolutely popping off at the moment. So yeah, really, really great for him. Make sure you do check it out if you haven't already. As I said, really, really good daily content on Manchester United. All the latest transfer updates. Make sure you do check out Draco's channel. Really would recommend it. And also Daz's channel. Link in the description down below. Christian says, bro man, you is rocking this transfer. Maguire near to deal. Bruno, farewell for Lisbon, and Savage too. I mean, if we were to pull off those three, I sincerely doubt that we'll be able to pull off all three of those transfers. But if we were, that would be an absolute incredible way to end this summer transfer window. I don't see it happening. I feel like maybe at least one of them, one or maybe I think two is the most we can hope for. I think three would be amazing, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think it'd just be too much money. So I feel like two is probably slightly unrealistic, but definitely could happen. One is probably quite realistic, but we'll see. Dada says, apparently United have made an improved bid for Sean Longstaff. 50 million for him, no thank you. That's mental. Sean Longstaff, he's played like 16 games in the Premier League, and we're trying to sign him for 50 million. I just don't get it. I mean, he is a promising young player, but still, it's just such a risk to take. It's such a risk to take. Maybe after next season, sorry, there's a fly on my screen. Maybe after next season it would be good, but I don't know. Drago says, cheers mate for that. I enjoy your channel a lot too. You're very knowledgeable. Thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate your support. Dan says, if you had to pick an English team in terms of skill level, who would resemble that foreign team? It's a good question actually. It's a very good question. I'd probably say Kristiansund would probably fit into League 2. I think it'd probably fit into League 2. In fact, it's probably as good as it's probably about Cambridge United's level. Obviously, as you can tell, not really from Manchester, but anyway, I am from Cambridge. So my local team, Cambridge United, probably about that sort of standard, Kristiansund. So, what some Cambridge United highlights. Recently actually played Leicester in a pre-season friendly. So, if you want to see how good Cambridge United are, Kristiansund's are probably a similar level to that, I would suspect. Welcome, Fergie United. Thanks for joining. He says, lowering the graphics, mate. Thank you very much for that. I actually didn't make the graphics for the starting 11. I can't take the credit for that. So you have to thank Rashford for that. Really, really brilliant graphics there from him on the starting 11. And I will actually get into that and explain my thought process behind that in just a minute as well. Rashford says, if we sign Longstaff for 30 million, we are an idiot. 50 million, we get McGinn, who can be double Longstaff 5 times. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, I've heard about Niall McGinn as well. Angelino says, Milinkovic-Savic has a supposed agreement to join United. Well, I'll have to catch up with all this transfer news, guys. I have to catch up with it because it seems like it's all coming out just as I've gone live here. But yeah, I'm hoping that things can move forward, especially the fact that we've got 10 days left. And realistically, I think a lot of United fans would like to see at least 2 more deals go over the line. 10 days, that's going to be very, very difficult to do it. Dan says Woodward couldn't pull off himself. Wow. I mean, you're probably true, but Classic. Tell it to buzz off. I mean, if it could speak English, I would, Daz, but I don't think it would understand me. It's gone now anyway, which is good. Krishna says, I like Andres Pereira. Is good in attacking midfield. Yeah. No, I think actually, yeah, he is very, very good in attacking midfield. I think Pereira this pre-season has been good. Obviously got the assist in the last game for Anthony Martial. He's looked lively, and I think he's definitely going to be a candidate to be in that central midfield role. What I feel like Solskjaer's going to do, however, is he's probably going to play Pogba if he stays, which looks like Pogba is going to stay. I think he's probably going to go with Nemanja Matic, and then it's going to be a toss-up between Fred and Pereira and McTominay as to who gets that third centre midfield role. Who would you guys pick? Out of interest, who would you guys pick? McTominay, Fred or Pereira as a third centre midfielder? Let me know your thoughts on that. Potentially, if we do bring in someone like a Bruno Fernandes, then obviously that problem gets solved. Or if we bring in both Milinkovic-Savic and Bruno Fernandes, what a midfield that would be. I think it's unrealistic. I don't think the board's going to want to spend that much money. But still, if we're able to get both those players over the line and have a midfield of Pogba, Fernandes and Milinkovic-Savic, that would be incredible. That would be incredible. But yeah, Dallas says Cambridge are as good as Bishop Auckland. Oh, right, yeah. Well, there you go. Oh, well, I mean, to be fair, Daz, I mean, I haven't actually watched any of Cambridge's pre-season games, so you could be right, but I mean, at least they're still in League Two. At least they're still in League Two. They nearly dropped out of it last season, just avoided relegation. So that's obviously good news. Welcome, Sick Bull. Thanks for joining as well. Really appreciate it. Draco says, can't wait to see your match review, pal. Will be dropping by if you upload it. I'm off to bed now. Got to be up by 5 a.m. Well, Draco, thanks so much for joining in. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll let you go off to bed now. Thanks so much for joining. Make sure you check out his channel, as I said before. Really, really good stuff on there. Dazza says he'd go with Pereira, our Fred, Pereira and McTominay. Rashford says, I saw Liverpool and Arsenal fans comparing Greenwood to Brewster and Nketiah. Dude, they couldn't lace Mason's boots. In fact, his underwear is more valuable than themselves. Oh wow, I know a lot of Royal fans are comparing, you know, their youngsters to Mason Greenwood, and I mean Greenwood's been a revelation in pre-season. It'll be very interesting to see how he'd be when he gets, you know, proper kind of Premier League minutes under his belt. But still, he does look a prospect, so I'm hoping he can get some time in the Premier League this year. We'll wait and see on that one. But also, this game against Kristiansund, of course, gives another chance for the likes of Gomes and Tahith Chong, who missed out from the last game against Spurs with a slight injury. He comes back into the squad for this game against Kristiansund, and it'll give him a good chance to kind of, you know, it'll give Tahith Chong a good chance to impress once again. You know, we've seen him play really, really well in the last few preseason games, especially against Inter Milan. Tahith Chong had a wonderful game. So hopefully he gets another chance against Kristiansund as well. But it's more about the fitness, in my opinion, anyway. And in these preseason games, even if you do well, it's not a brilliant indicator as to how well you do in the Premier League season. Because let's face it, Kristiansund are in the Norwegian League. In the Premier League, I mean, I reckon Cardiff City could even comfortably beat Kristiansund. Few of your predictions coming in. Christian says 5-0 United. Sigball also goes 5-0 United. Dazza goes 7-1 win for United. 7-1. That is an absolute creaming from United there. Christian says last time I guessed correctly 2-1 win over Tottenham. I remember you did say 2-1. So yeah, I mean hopefully you're right. Hopefully you're right. Rasha says I think Lingard will have a good season. Fergie United says Lingard isn't showing form to deserve to start our next game. Well, I put him in the start as a prediction. I do think over pre-season he hasn't been great. You know, he's tried a few things, of course, but I think even he would admit that he hasn't had the best of pre-seasons. Of course, you know, your form in pre-season doesn't matter too much, but especially after the season he had last year, I think that has kind of put a few doubts in fans' mind over whether he's really the right standard for Manchester United. So hopefully if he does get a chance in the Premier League, he can get back to his best. If he doesn't, I do fear the worst for Jesse Lingard. But of course I want him to do well. Dada says, are you Skyping tonight? I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to take Skype calls tonight. I'll see if I can. If I can, I'll let you know. But we'll see if we can. Russell says, nah, guys, let's not call him Greenwood. We call him D. Mason. Oh, D. Mason. Yeah, that's brilliant. That is brilliant. Dada says, give the youth and reserve players a chance in this game. I mean, I agree with you. I definitely agree, you know, it's a chance for the youth players. But I do want to see, you know, those first team players get some more minutes under their belt, just for fitness, really, because Solskjaer says he wants to make Manchester United the fittest team in the league next season, especially considering last season we covered the least amount of ground in the top 6. And in fact, pretty much in the Premier League, we're probably one of the lowest teams in terms of running. In fact, we clocked up the most players, the most amount of distance walked in a game. I mean, that is unacceptable. And I think Solskjaer doing the right thing by focusing on fitness. Everyone's going to be fit, raring to go for the start of the season. And I think that's a good thing to focus on. Rashford says Garner could have a start tomorrow, but he's injured. Yeah, that is unfortunate. He did look good when he played against... I played it, was it Perth Glory he scored the goal against? I'm not too sure, but he did look good against them. And Dallas says, good luck to him, lol. We don't have a fit team a lot of the times. I think it's a good move from him to try and, get a fitter team. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go through my starting 11 because I realise I haven't done that as of yet. As you can see on the left-hand side of your screen, I've gone with the 4-3-3. Although, as Christian said, it might be a 4-2-3-1. And, of course, this formation can move into a 4-2-3-1 with McTominay and Pereira potentially the two kind of central midfielders. Pogba acting as a more of attacking midfielder, or you could see McTominay and Pogba as those two central midfielders and just Pereira pushing up into that attacking midfield position. But it's different. But I have gone with a pretty strong lineup to start because I feel like Solskjaer in these preseason games, a trend that I have been noticing from him is that he likes to start the games with a pretty strong lineup. So I've gone strong again. I've gone with David Hare in goal, Luke Shaw, Lindelof, Smalling and Wan-Bissaka. Of course, really unfortunately, Eric Bailly did get injured in the last game. Looks like he's going to be out for at least a month or two, which is really, really frustrating. Hopefully he does get better. But I'm looking forward to see Wan-Bissaka playing once again. Three midfielder, gone with McTominay, Pereira and Pogba. Of course, Pogba has been putting in some really, really great performances in pre-season. Andres Pereira as well, McTominay as well. Those three players have done brilliantly. And then the front three have gone with Daniel James on the left-hand side. Now, I put him on the left-hand side, although he does seem to swap wings during the game. So really, you just have to kind of classify him as a winger because he's very, very versatile. He does move from the left to the right and, even to the centre some of the time. So I think Daniel James will be floating about the pitch. I've gone with Marcus Rashford starting up front. Lukaku, by the way, is not in the squad amidst the move to Inter Milan. It looks like that deal is going to be happening very, very soon indeed. So I think Rashford's going to be starting up top. Then I have gone with Jesse Lingard as a prediction. In terms of form, I wouldn't have put him in, but in terms of a prediction, I put him in. So there's my starting 11, my predicted starting 11. As I always say, if I get that right, you're getting a £50 gift voucher from me because it's not happening. It's not happening. I'm never going to get all them right. But still, it's a strong lineup, and with a few more additions to that team, it looks decent. It looks decent. Welcome, Joe Willett. Thanks for calling. Really appreciate it. And I'm doing great, Joe. Thanks for joining. Make sure you check out his channel if you haven't already. Really, really good stuff on there. I was watching... I'm actually on Passion for Football. If you guys do know that channel, Passion for Football, I'm the current reigning Passion for Football's Got Talent winner. So there you go. Bit of an achievement there. As I said, I was going to put in my YouTube bio for everyone to see. But yeah, no, I was just telling some really, really cheesy jokes, to be honest with you. Dan says, do you do watch-alongs on here? I used to do watch-alongs on here, Dan, but I was a bit worried that I was going to get copyright striked, and I've seen people get copyright striked and things like that. So I kind of just don't really do that. If you would like me, to do more watch-alongs during the season, please do let me know, and I might be able to kind of sort them out. But they are very, very fun, of course, getting my immediate reaction. Sometimes last season, I kind of filmed myself with a camera, but it wasn't live. So I filmed my live reaction almost like a vlog, but it wasn't a live stream. So if you want to see me do that, then please let me know. Any ideas you guys have for the channel, let us know down below, and also in the live chat as well. Christian says Lukaku should be sold for Inter for 65 to 70 million. Yeah, I feel like that deal's going to go through. I think United are probably going to hold out for a deal around 75, 80 million pounds, which I don't think he's worth that much money, but still, I feel like United are going to hold out for that sort of amount of money. I don't agree with it at all. Rashford says, who watched the Paddy Crerand show caller? Tell them to read the 5 questions for the fans of the Glazers. I did see that clip. A lot of fans were getting kind of cut off the show, and it's obviously getting to them. So, as I said, the Glazers are definitely going to know about the United fans being unhappy. So, hopefully you see some movement in the transfer window. Dada says, Christian United originally wanted 85 million. Basically want their money back. I totally agree. Christian says, I'm having strong feeling Man United will give a good challenge for Man City for the title. 100%. Man United welcome the Champions League 20 to 21. Tell you what there, Krishna. I mean, to say that we're going to challenge the league for this season, I think it's a bit optimistic. I love your optimism, but I think it is a bit optimistic. Especially with Europa League football, it's very, very difficult to challenge for the league with playing Thursday, Sunday. So hopefully do have the squad depth to do that, but it's going to be difficult. There's no doubt about it. But if we do win the Europa League, that would be brilliant. Another trophy, first trophy for Solskjaer as well. United are odds-on favourites to win the Europa League this season, and hopefully do win it and get back in the Champions League that way, because I feel like it's much better to do that on. Daza says, won it with some good and bad jokes. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, you hit the nail on the head, to be fair. Some of them were alright, some of them were a bit dodgy, I have to say. Aplex, for example. Oh, of course, the copyright people. Yeah, Aplex, yeah. Ryan says, have you saw my Insta post on that person who was followed by Pogba and Lingard saying that Bruno told him he'll be heading for a medical on the 5th of August? That wouldn't be too bad. Fergie says, new rules means Apex have to prove where copyright has happened, so creators can edit out videos through YouTube Edit. Oh, right, okay. Nah, that's fair enough then. That is fair enough. I'm just worried about getting a strike, to be honest with you, on this channel, because, we've got so much stuff on this channel, and I don't want it to get taken down, you know what I mean? Razzie says, Krishna, but fans will always be optimistic before the start of the season, but come on, in reality, we're nowhere near challenging the title. I mean, look, I feel like, yeah, as I said, it's great to be optimistic. I don't think we're in the position to challenge for the title, but as I said, I really do hope I get proven wrong. I really do hope we get proven wrong. But I'm going to get into my score prediction. I've seen you guys giving your score predictions for the game. I'm going to go with a high-scoring game as well for Manchester United. Going to go with a 4-1 victory to United. I feel like Daniel James is going to get his first goal. He nearly got his first goal against Inter Milan. Really, really close to it. So I hope and I think that Daniel James is going to get his first goal. I think Marcus Rashford's going to get on the score sheet once again. I think Tahith Chong as well is going to get his first goal for Manchester United. And then I'm also going to go for Anthony Martial in the second half, get his third goal of pre-season. I'm going to go with 4-1 United. I think that'll be a very entertaining game. That's all I'm hoping for, really. Just an entertaining game, end-to-end stuff. And also I'm hoping that Kristiansund can give us the runaround, because for me it's all about fitness. So as long as they can give us a runaround, as long as they can put up a fight and make us defend, I'll be happy with that. Rashford goes with 8-0 Manchester United. That would be an absolute blinder of a game. It really would. But to be honest with you, with the standard of opposition we're playing, I think you could be right. But as I say, I'm going to go with 4-1. Rashford, Chong, Daniel James and Martial, the 4 goal scorers for Manchester United. Dada says everyone's going for 5-0 and above. What's the bet to end 1-0? What's the bet to end 0-0? Imagine that. I mean, imagine the odds you could get on 0-0. But yeah, I don't think it's going to end 1-0, 0-0. I think United's superiority will shine through, and I think it will be 3-4. And if we do lose, I think it'll be a bit embarrassing. But of course, it's only pre-season still. Fergie United says Ollie's son might be playing tomorrow. I did see that. Yep. Excuse me again. Oh, Jesus, what have I eaten? Ollie's son, yeah, he is playing. We probably will be able to see Ollie Senior versus Ole Junior. It's going to be an absolute blast to see that. And, it'll be good to see the Solskjaer genes, see whether they've been passed on to his son, and see how good he really is. Krishna says Rashford Jawara, if Dybala swap with Lukaku, Bruno joining with Maguire, then Man United will be strongly challenging for the title. I think if those 3 transfers happen, I will strip naked. I will actually strip naked if those 3 transfers happen. But still, I'd be absolutely amazed if that happened. But I think, Maguire and Bruno Fernandes deals could still be on. But I think the Dybala one I'm not too sure about. But still, that would be amazing if they did join United. But anyway, guys, I am going to end the stream here. Thank you so much to everyone who has tuned in. Really do appreciate it. If you have been watching, please do leave a like if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. Only 3 subscribers away from 730 subscribers. Really appreciate your support recently. Also, if you're watching as a video, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. What you think, what your thoughts are going into this game, who you're most looking forward to seeing. I do apologise for everyone watching. I wasn't able to get you on the Skype today. I just don't think it was going to work today. Hopefully on the review maybe or future videos, I'll be able to get it working again. But thank you to everyone watching. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'll see you after the game tomorrow for my review of the game, and also potentially some transfer news as well. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, see you later.